तो चलिए आज कॉर्पोरेट रडार में अब हम बात करते हैं टाटा स्टील की। जैसे मैंने कहा, कंपनी के नंबर्स आए और नंबर्स बेटर देन स्ट्रीट एस्टिमेट्स है। Q1 FY23 पर मैं क्विकली आपको लेके चलूं तो पैट आया है 7,804 करोड़, विच इज बेटर देन व्हाट द स्ट्रीट एस्टिमेट्स वर। एडजस्टेड एबिटा पर टन 21,661 पर आया है और नेट डेट अगर देखें कंपनी का अबाउट 54,000 करोड़ पर है। नेट डेट पर एबिटा 0.87 and net debt per equity 0.48. These are some of the important highlights and numbers. Coking coal prices decline हुए by about 40% But चलते हैं सीधे मिस्टर टीवी नरेंद्र हमारे साथ शो में जुड़ रहे हैं, MD and CEO of Tata Steel, to understand the numbers better. Sir, बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है आपका। पहले तो सर, can you summarize this quarter? Of course, it's been a very challenging one, but कैसा रहा आपके लिए और importantly क्या factors थे जिसकी वजह से हमने देखा you held on to your PAT, sir?
सही है, ये क्वार्टर has been a very challenging one क्योंकि coking coal prices went up to over $600 at the beginning of the quarter and finished the quarter at less than $250. So that's a volatility we've seen. Our steel prices also went up very significantly and came down. So it's been a tough quarter to manage the performance, but I think the team has done well. दो तीन चीज है, एक है that in Europe we've had the benefit of the लॉन्ग टर्म कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स जो हम लोग जनवरी में रीनेगोशिएट किए थे, उसका बेनिफिट हम लोग को आया है. सेकेंडली, इन इंडिया बिकॉज वी हैव अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग डोमेस्टिक फ्रेंचाइज, वी वर एबल टू मैनेज विदाउट एक्सपोर्ट्स and hence leverage the relationships that we have. So overall it's been a challenging quarter, but I think we've done quite well to deliver the numbers that we have.
Absolutely. Okay, now getting into specifics, sir. Overall steel pricing quarter on quarter, year on year basis पर कैसी रही, and has the steel prices bottomed out? क्या आपको लगता है इंडिया में स्टील प्राइसेस अब यहाँ से ऊपर ही जाएंगे?
So Swati, what has happened is during the quarter steel prices dropped by almost 15,000 rupees from the beginning of the quarter to the end of the quarter. But if you look at it, our Q1 realizations were at least 5,000 to 6,000 rupees higher than Q4. So because we had benefit of the early part of the quarter and some of the long-term contracts. Surely in Q2 there will be a margin compression because the prices will be more reflective of June prices than of April prices. पर जो आप पूछ रहे थे, I believe we are close to the bottom or at the bottom already, and I think there will be more stability this quarter, and we are seeing demand come back because the prices have more or less stabilized. And आप देखिए तो China, the prices are at a level where the steel companies are losing money. So there is no room in China to drop prices further. In fact, it will get pushed up in my view. So I expect a more stable quarter in terms of prices, and hence the demand to start coming back, and Q3 and Q4 should be good.
Okay, great. So already signals हैं जो बता रहे हैं कि steel prices already bottom out हो रहे हैं और स्टेबिलिटी की तरफ हम बढ़ रहे हैं. सर, द सुपर साइकिल हैज कम टू अ हॉल्ट. अब आपको लगता है कुछ चेंज होगा इन डेट रिडक्शन गाइडेंस? आल्सो करंट डेट लेवल्स पर क्या व्यू है सर?
So Swati, firstly, I don't think the era of high commodity prices is over. As I said, we may not see the $900 kind of price, $950 price, but even if you see today's price, it is over $600, which is the average price of the last 10 years. So we are today volatile at a higher band, and I think that situation will continue because the dynamics of the industry has changed quite a bit. As far as debt reduction is concerned, जो हम लोग का promise था that we will reduce by minimum $1 billion a year, we stick by that commitment, and we hope to end the year at a lower level than where we started from by at least $1 billion.
सर, जो रिसेंटली सरकार ने एक्सपोर्ट ड्यूटी की इम्पैक्ट हुआ ऑन स्टील, व्हाट हैज बीन द इम्पैक्ट ऑन द एक्सपोर्ट वॉल्यूम्स एंड रियलाइजेशन फॉर यू सर?
So normally हम लोग का exports are about 10 to 15% of our production. So we don't export as much as some of others in our industry in India. So we were impacted a bit less. Even today we are exporting maybe about 7-8%. But I do believe that in the medium to long term, Indian government and India as a country should encourage exports because it will earn us foreign exchange. India is a great place to produce steel. So our expectation is, while the export duty was put in to address rising steel prices, now that that situation is behind us, I think we should remove the export duty and encourage exports of steel from India.
Okay, sure. So वो सिचुएशन क्योंकि बदली है तो सरकार शुड री लुक एट इट फॉर श्योर। पर आपका इम्पैक्ट इतना ज्यादा नहीं हुआ, एज यू सेड, यू 7 से 8% का इम्पैक्ट बताया है। सर, पोर्ट टैलबॉट प्लांट का क्या अपडेट है सर? किस तरीके की परफॉर्मेंस है वहां पर? डिमांड कैसा है वहाँ?
So if you see, last quarter has been one of the strongest quarters ever for the European business, or that holds true for the UK business as well. So abhi hum log cash positive hai the business. In fact, if at all there was pressure, it was more because of working capital. EBITDA is strongly positive, and we are cash neutral or cash positive. But long term ke liye, our point is that the cash flows, we can run the business as long as the cash flow support it. पर अगर हमको transition करना है to a different process route to make greener steel, then that can only happen with support from the government. And I think that's not an unusual situation to seek support from the government, because आप देखिए तो कनाडा में या स्पेन में या जर्मनी में the governments have already announced support to companies who are making the transition to green steel. We seek similar kind of support in UK as well, because as Tata Steel, Tata Group, we have supported that business for more than 13 years.
फेयर इनफ। तो सर, कैसा आगे आउटलुक कैसा लग रहा है इन द यूरोपियन मार्केट्स? ऑफ कोर्स, एज यू सेड, ये बहुत ही अच्छा रहा क्वार्टर फॉर यूरोपियन ऑपरेशंस, बट डू यू थिंक ये ट्रेंड कंटिन्यू होगा आगे ये साल? फॉर द मार्केट इज लुकिंग स्ट्रांग, सर?
So there will be some margin compression in the next quarter, because prices will be lower, and the benefit of lower coal prices will not flow through in Q2 for Europe. It will flow through from Q3 onwards. But overall, I think Europe, multiple things are happening, because of which I feel there will be far more stability. One is बहुत सारे investment हो रहे हैं in green infrastructure, whether it is LNG, whether it is hydrogen. So that is positive. Secondly, agar Ukraine conflict, if it gets sorted out in the next few months, then there will be a reconstruction, a lot of reconstruction happening in Europe. And thirdly, fundamentals are still quite strong. While inflation is still there, but if you look at the auto companies, if you look at, they are not able to fulfill the demand. So I think overall, I don't see Europe having the problems that it had after 2008. I think we are in a much stable place.
ओके, फेयर इनफ सर। सो दैट्स परफॉर्मिंग वेल। इंडिया की बात करते हैं, आई थिंक आपने कई सालों से फोकस ऑन इंडिया और डोमेस्टिक डिमांड पर अच्छा रखा है, एंड आई थिंक यहाँ पर अपॉर्चुनिटी भी है ही। तो आगे किस तरीके का कलिंगानगर फॉर एग्जांपल एंड बियॉन्ड, कैसी एक्सपेंशन देख रहे हैं? किस तरीके का डिमांड ट्रेजेक्टरी एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं इन इंडिया? द इंडिया बिजनेस, सर, विल कंट्रीब्यूट हाउ मच? व्हाट आर योर एक्सपेक्टेशंस?
तो जैसे आपने बोला, फोकस इज ऑन इंडिया, ग्रोथ फोकस इज ऑन इंडिया। इन इंडिया अभी हम लोग का 20 मिलियन टन्स, वी वांट टू डबल टू 40 मिलियन टन्स ड्यूरिंग दिस डेकेड। उसी का प्लान तो इज ऑलरेडी, द बॉल इज ऑलरेडी रोलिंग। कलिंगानगर 5 मिलियन टन एक्सपेंशन वर्क इज गोइंग ऑन एट फुल स्पीड इन द नेक्स्ट फ्यू मंथ्स। पेलेट प्लांट जो है, प्रोडक्शन विल स्टार्ट, द कोल्ड रोलिंग मिल प्रोडक्शन विल स्टार्ट, एंड बाय नेक्स्ट ईयर ऑल द अदर फैसिलिटीज विल स्टार्ट। नीलाचल का एक्विजिशन हम लोग कंप्लीट किया है। In the next 3 months, we will start the Nilachal plant. It has been shut down for more than 2 years. And by the end of this financial year, we hope to hit the monthly rated capacity. And we are very positive about the India growth story, क्योंकि India में investment-led growth है अभी, infrastructure पर बहुत focus है, and a lot of investments are coming into India as well in multiple industries, thanks to the PLI schemes and other such schemes. So we are very positive about demand growth in India, and I think we are well positioned to leverage that opportunity.
सर, NINL एक ऑफ कोर्स आपकी किटी में ऐड हुआ, जो आप बोल रहे 3 महीने में वहां पर काम शुरू होगा, बट इसके बियॉन्ड भी कुछ है एसेट्स जो आप देख रहे हैं? स्पेशली मैं NMDC के स्टील प्लांट की बात कर रही हूँ, जो सरकार डीमर्ज करना चाहती है।
अभी के लिए I think the existing assets allows us the growth opportunity that we seek. And flat products के लिए Kalinganagar we can expand from 8 to 13, 13 to 16. So we have enough opportunity. Even the Bhushan site, which is in Meramandali, which we acquired, we are already at 5 million. वो भी हम लोग 8 million या 10 million तक लेके जा सकते हैं. And we believe that brownfield expansion in these sites will be a more economic way to grow.
Okay, but और कुछ assets हैं sir that you will be looking out for, और जो अभी जो है उन्हीं पर फोकस करेंगे?
We will for now focus on what we have, and I think there's enough to do there.
Okay, capex क्या lined up है sir over the next 1 year? I mean, every year you line it up. Is it in the same line?
Yeah, हम लोग guidance दिए थे 12,000 crore का, and we stick by that guidance. we will do that. And plus, in addition to that 12,000 crore, which is for growth and sustenance capex, we have already spent 12,000 crores in Nilachal. So this will be the main what we've guided, and we'll stick by that.
Quickly sir, demand की जो हम बात कर रहे थे, revival post monsoon, कौन से sectors आप ज़्यादा bullish हैं that will actually contribute to your growth story?
So good news has been auto has been very strong over the last few months. Particularly commercial vehicles was very strong in Q1. It has slowed down a little bit now, but fundamentals are very strong. LCVs are doing very well. I think M&HCV slowed down a bit because of monsoon and slowdown in construction activity. Passengers again very strong. I think the semiconductor issues are getting sorted out. So I think the passenger car production and demand will continue to be very strong. In addition, second half से हम लोग का उम्मीद ये है कि construction activity will go in full force because monsoons will be over. Steel prices have settled. So I'm sure a lot of the projects which are on hold will get started. So we are very hopeful that second half will be very strong from a steel consumption point of view across multiple segments.
Sure. So finally, summarizing, it's a FY23 की अगर guidance की बात करें, top line, bottom line or margins, what is the realistic number that or target that you are looking at?
So obviously I can't give you a specific guidance, but मैं ये बोल सकता हूँ कि Q2 will be the most challenging quarter because Q1 is behind us. We've done well. Q2 you will see margin compression, but you will start seeing volume expansion from Q2 because we have inventory, and as the market stabilizes, prices stabilize, we expect to liquidate that inventory. Q3 and Q4 we expect it to be very strong in India.
Okay, sure. So एक थोड़ा सा Q2 muted quarter होगा, but Q3, Q4 आप कह रहे will bounce back and will be a strong quarter for you. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद sir. Always a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you very much for your time, sir.